How's it going, you guys? So in this video I'm going to be discussing why I even make videos in the first place and really what started me on YouTube and why I started making videos. So why exactly do I make videos? Why are these videos even a thing? Well, because personally I had a lot of health problems over the years that started over a decade ago, right? I had anxiety, chronic panic attacks, I had psoriasis at the time, I had irritable bowel syndrome, extreme bloating and breathlessness, and it was terrible. So it led me down a wild goose chase to find the answers, and I ended up solving my health problems in a matter of 2 to 3 years. Completely cured my panic attacks, completely cured my irritable bowel syndrome, my breathlessness, my psoriasis, all went away as a result of the research that I did, meaning like the gathering of information and the desperate seeking of answers. I tried thousands of dollars worth of supplements, and man, I spent a lot of money on a lot of different protocols and things that just didn't work. I experimented with a lot of fad diets over the years, even after I had stopped my symptoms, after I already put my health problems into remission or whatever. I still was experimenting, I was still researching, and I developed a very strong love and passion for reading information and reading about herbs and supplements and things like that. And I found a very strong benefit of different nutritional tweaks and different styles of dieting and different styles of eating, different exercises, different breathing exercises, different supplements and herbs have had a profound effect on my body. And I was like, pretty amazed at how significant I can change how I feel and change how I function in everyday life as a result of changing my diet and my herbs and my supplements and all of these other things, and also changing my mindset. And so the big motivating factor for me at first was finding the answers to reverse my problems. And at that time I was just documenting my experiments and my symptoms, which was early 2013, 2014, 2015. And then when I reversed all my problems, I started to make informational videos sharing the information and knowledge that I've learned. So a big motivating factor for me is simply sharing my information, sharing the things I've studied. Another thing is that I wasted a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of energy on health products that don't work, on nutrition styles that either don't work or are just harmful. And I spent a lot of time just wasting money, wasting time, wasting energy on getting my health on track. And I don't want for other people to waste their money on faulty products, gimmicks, diets that are harmful in particular. And I just don't want people to waste time, waste money, or waste energy the way that I did. But for me, only took me 2 years of experimentation to find out what worked, and then another couple years to really prove to myself that those were the factors. For example, my allergy to dairy, my intolerance to whole grains, beans, nuts, and seeds, things like that. What I found through talking with people and consulting with people is that there's a lot of people that go on way longer than I did with chronic health problems and never getting answers. So that's a big driving force behind what I do, is just to, number one, just share the things that I'm learning in the moment, new books I'm reading, new supplements I'm trying, share the experiments I'm doing and then my results. A big part of what I do on YouTube is document my experimentation, like my keto experiment, my carnivore experiment, I did a vitamin C experiment, reishi mushroom experiment, my high carb experiment. And the other really big motivating factor is definitely to try to help other people prevent making the same mistakes I did. because a lot of people in 2 years are going to look back and wish they didn't waste so much time making no progress. Hopefully you do, because that will help prevent you wasting time in the future. So sharing information is a priority, helping other people avoid wasting their time and money and energy, and helping other people overcome their chronic health problems. That's a big one too. Because a lot of people suffer from anxiety or suffer from digestive problems and things like that. And there's a lot of good information on the internet, there's also a lot of bad information. And so since I personally feel like I've found most of this stuff out, I've answered most of these questions, I found what works in most of these cases, I like to help other people to overcome these problems without needing to sort through the weeds, without needing to filter out all the bad information over the years like I did, because it can take a long time. So another thing is, in the midst of all this, I found that certain nutritional protocols and certain herbal supplements were working for me, and most of the science and authorities that I was paying attention to at the time insisted that those protocols should not work, or that they were actually the problem themselves. For example, butter and red meat being bad for you and causing all those problems that I was dealing with at the time. And then when I discovered that eating meat was actually what was healing me at the time, it made me realize that there must be more to all this. And then I found a lot of experts who say opposite things, and a lot of scientific evidence that says opposite things. And so I wanted to find the truth. After a while, I went through a long period, like from 2016 to like 2020, where I wanted to get to the bottom of everything. I wanted to figure out how come these vegan experts are saying all of this and talking about it as if it's absolute truth. And then these carnivore, or these keto, or these paleo, or whatever, functional medicine people, Mark Hyman, are saying something completely opposite. Some people say EMFs are the cause, or some people say meat is the cause. Some people might say carbs are the cause. So I wanted to get to the bottom of all this and find out what the truth was. And you don't get to find out truth by reading books that are written by experts. Expert opinion and articles that are created by an expert who has an opinion, these are not good. These are not the way that you find truth. These are all opinion pieces. And a lot of these experts, they'll write opinion pieces, or they'll make videos like I am right now, and they'll have a bunch of scientific studies referenced in the article or the video description. But again, the problem is there science to support this? The problem is, I have an opinion, and here are some studies that back up my opinion, but there's also other authorities that also have scientific evidence. And so I was really driven to learn how to interpret science, to learn how the human body works, like actual physiology and anatomy, because a lot of health experts don't. That's why you get these alkaline vegan people, and you get these people that think meat rots in your intestine, or you get these people that think that carbohydrates are just bad for you, or something like, you get a lot of, or garlic is a neurotoxin was like the funniest one from a carnivore guru. So you get a lot of these weird opinions and controversial thoughts and whatever. And I really wanted to just figure out the truth. And so I went through years, 4 years of just sifting through the research, discovering how to actually understand research, and trying to find some kind of middle ground or some kind of absolute truth as close as you can get in nutrition science, which isn't based on proof, but more so just evidence, opinions, and asking more questions. There's no truth or proof in soft sciences, which is what health science, nutrition science, exercise, physiology, and psychology actually is. It's a soft science, which means there's no hard endpoints. There's no truth. Anyway, so that was a very difficult process, and I recognize now, and just to throw it out there, I'm not bragging, but I think this is relevant. I have an IQ of 100, my IQ tested at 145 when I was in 2nd grade, according to my mom. And then when I was in 8th grade and I was under a lot of problems and things, I got another IQ test and I was around 130. So, and they claimed that the 145 IQ was more accurate. So anyway, seems like I have a high IQ because I sometimes wrap my brain, I can't wrap my brain. I sometimes boggle my mind trying to figure out why so many people can spend so much time reading health information, but then they don't know how to interpret studies or think critically about it to try to decipher what's most likely true from the things people say. And so for a long time, I just didn't believe that having a high IQ really mattered, or that having a high IQ, because I always felt like if somebody really wanted to learn something, that they could read or they can get themselves to that point. But I just find that for some reason most people have a really hard time trying to decipher health information or understand scientific information or how things work unless they have a college degree in some kind of science field or something. And so I don't know if it's my IQ, but just throwing it out there, I got a really high IQ that's in the very above average range, I guess. But I was able to figure out how to interpret science, and while a lot of my opinions may not be correct or anything, and I'm completely open for asking questions and things, I want to share what I've learned. I want to share what I found to be the middle ground, at least the closest thing to what's real as possible. Because so many people are sharing bogus information or half-truths or half-sides. No one is speaking the nuances of things. Not a lot of people. There are a lot of experts that are, but there's a lot more that are not. So, anyway, I make videos to try to share what I've learned, to share my education, and try to help people understand things better. That's my main intention. So, I'm not here to entertain people. Like one big reason why I was motivated to make this video is because I get comments a lot of the times from people saying, that seem to be offended that I'm not wearing a shirt sometimes in my videos. And it's like an educational video about black maca extract, or a video talking about, why you need to eat adequate protein every day or something. And I'll get comments from people that are crying because I'm not wearing a shirt in my video. And it got me thinking, well, what's the reason why people even watch this video in the first place? Because they think me not wearing a shirt is so significant, even though it's an educational video about health information. Then I started to think, well, wait a second, why do I even make videos? What's the reason I make videos? So, and I'm pretty indifferent to people's comments on that because it doesn't make any sense. I have some information I want to share, and I don't really want to interrupt my train of thought to go and put on a shirt. I'd rather just let my thoughts kind of bleed out into a video, and I can put on a shirt some other time. And also because I'm usually in between training, or in between, so jiu-jitsu and all the other crap that I do. So that also might be a reason why I don't have a shirt on. So anyway, hope that this makes sense, I guess. I'm passionate about health and nutrition science. I had a lot of health problems. I want to help other people overcome them. I feel like I have a lot of this stuff mostly figured out, and if I haven't gotten these things figured out, then we have this awesome comment section where people can communicate and explain to me why my points are wrong. So that's a big thing. It's expanding my own mind, helping other people expand theirs, sharing my information, and then reading other people's experiences and things too. So that's why I'm on YouTube. Not really. I'm not, like, money is not a priority for me. Right now I only have like 7,000 subscribers, and I haven't really made any real attempt at expanding my subscriber base because it's never been my intention. But, you know, I have some of my videos monetized. The most important ones I don't monetize because I want people to have enough attention span to actually gather what I'm saying. But I do offer consultations if somebody needs help and they want to pay for my time so I can help them, like one-on-one with their own unique situation. I'll monetize some of my videos. I might do that a lot more in the future, just because, like, it helps with paying the bills and stuff like that. You know, to have like the extra $100 every couple months that you might get from freaking YouTube. So, but overall, that's not my priority. My priority is helping people and sharing my thoughts. So anyway, leave your question in comments down below and let me know if you can relate, or if you have any experiences that you'd like to share, or just if you agree with me on things or like my philosophy, I guess. Talk to you guys next time.